Hey, to my audiophile subscribers. I'm sorry, this is a very impromptu video. To my friends who love audio, you remember this. First of all, I want to apologize to all of you who have stuck with me, who have not unsubscribed to my channel. I thank you for that. And the reason I'm apologizing is because I just sort of like switched directions abruptly. You know, I went from audio to drum covers, and which is kind of weird. And so I thought I'd make an impromptu, extemporaneous kind of video to explain and to tell you where the future goes of the Stereo Police channel, which will be back to normal, I hope, real soon. And for those of you who have an attention span that lasts longer than a gnat, hang with me. I'm recording this on my cell phone, so it's just, crap. But, so yeah, I left off talking about the Akatika, which if you have watched my channel, I've done numerous drum covers. I've used this setup the entire time. That Akatika has gotten a workout. And not only that, if you look back to the last, let's say the very last time I recorded a Akatika review, that damn thing has been on. You see that green light? It doesn't have an auto off. It has been running 24/7 for months. Months. And but the Macintosh, you know, the Macintosh tube amp automatically turns off, which I appreciate because we don't want to burn the tubes out. It automatically turns off after 30 minutes. This Akatika, it stays on. I use it for all of my drum videos. If you watch my drum covers, all of the music comes out of this system. I record my drum covers through a simple camcorder. I do not use this. Nothing sophisticated, no extra miking, nothing. It's just raw. Out of a camcorder. A Sony camcorder. Let me turn around. That's it. The mic's built into that thing. Nothing sophisticated because I don't care. I'm not trying to be Mr. Slick. But anyway, it is, it's almost 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. I don't have a lot of time to make these videos. But, But thank you, and I'm going to ask you not to unsubscribe if you're an audiophile subscriber. Because I'm getting back to the channel real soon. I'm almost finished with my drum covers. And you could leave it at that. If you want to stop right now and move on, that's fine. But I want to explain something that's kind of humanistic, you might be able to relate to. I'm 58 years old. And, when you reach this point, you have some sort of bucket list items. You never know what's going to happen. And, audio is my absolute first passion. I was into it from like 8 years old, maybe earlier. And it started with portable radios, like little handheld radios, and I pulled the speakers out, little tiny little 4-inch speakers, and try to replace them with something better. I mean, literally, audio is my first love. And I always loved drumming as well. I would put magazines around the bed, like a drum kit, and bang them with kitchen utensils, I never knew I was a drummer. I just liked doing it. But it wasn't until recently when and like years ago, I purchased this Yamaha. It was years ago I purchased this Yamaha drum kit, and it sat in a storage locker for like 4 years before I built it. And you'll see my video when I finally built it, like 6 months ago or 4 months ago, whenever it was. And because I have a lot going on, I'm caring for my father. My wife has been out of town for 6 months, caring for her brother. So have a full-time job. I'm caring for my dad. There's so much going on, so there's a lot to do. And life is a beautiful thing. And this is where it could get boring, so, disappear if you want to, but I kind of, rather than being structured, I kind of go where things take me. Because if you get too structured, you get bored, you get pissed off, it gets annoying, and it turns into work rather than pleasure. So when your hobby turns into work rather than pleasure, you move on and then you come back when it becomes fun again, if that makes any sense to you. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. But back to the drumming thing, all my drumming videos, I kind of have a bucket list item, and that's to become a proficient drummer. I love drums. And I'm getting these fucking bumps in my hands and lumps. You can't see them really. These things, and they're here, they're there in my hands, and I'm feeling kind of like I'm getting arthritis. I'm getting old, and it's affecting my drumming, and I feel that if I don't get this out of my system now, I'm gonna lose it, and I will. So now's the time. I want to become proficient right now, because I feel that in a few years it's over. Time's out, time's up. And my favorite band, obviously, is the OCs. Probably my favorite band of all time. And they have these two fantastic drummers, and they've lit me up. They've inspired me. There's nothing better than being inspired by greatness. And so I've got to get that out of my system now, and I'm doing it. But I'm going to return back to audio. And when it becomes fun again, because I don't do the Stereo Police audio channel for a living, thank God. And I do intellectual property law for a living. And But once I retire, I hope to do maybe get back into the YouTube thing for audio, maybe to earn a little money. But anyway, point being, I'm going to return, and I'm asking you not to leave me. And the only reason I'm not making money off of you, I just appreciate you being here. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate. I've learned a lot from you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging on. And the reason I'm making this video is that it occurred to me it's kind of weird that we had this relationship talking about audio, and all of a sudden you're seeing these drum videos, and it's like, what the hell's going on? Well, nothing really. I work on cars. I do my drums. I do this. I take care of my dad. I get a full-time job. It's like, what are you going to do? Well, I go where my gut takes me. I go where what makes me happy, So I will return, and I ask you not to unsubscribe. Just wait. Let's get back. We'll get back together. We'll talk about it more in the very near future, I promise you. And I attempted to make a video something similar to this about a week or so ago. It was like, late at night, and it was a bit inappropriate because I was like, yeah, I think I had my shirt off, and I was like, I came in from the garage, and I was like, let me make a video, and I was like, I look at it the next day, and I was like, that's ridiculous. So I deleted it. I removed it. But anyway. This is very impromptu, but please, guys, my first love is audio. I am going to figure out where I left off with the Akatika, but more importantly, I want to get back to that DAC and move on from there. And I've got some ideas about some full-range speakers. I am a colossal fan of full-range speakers. And I want to talk more about that too. So, full range speakers are, to me, theoretically, that's the way to go, but no one has ever practically made a full range speaker that's really hit the mark. Low, there's none. Fostex makes some great ones, but I've got some ideas. And there are a few other. At the Capital Audio Fest, I heard some good ones. But anyway, we'll talk real soon. But please don't disown me. Don't divorce. Don't divorce yet. We'll talk. I've got a couple more probably drum covers coming up. Then I'm gonna return to audio. I promise. But thanks, guys, for hanging in there. And ciao. I love you. It's like 11 at night now. I hope hope this works. But a message to my subs. Thanks for hanging in there. Ciao. I'll see you real soon. Stereo Police out.